teams. He also coached with the Titans, and he also worked with our new defensive coordinator Gannon while he was with the Titans from 2012 to 2013. So our D-line coach, who's going to have exceptional talent, because our D-line already has exceptional talent, already has experience working with our new defensive coordinator. So the chemistry is there. Like I'm saying, it seems like a lot of these guys are linked chemistry wise, so that's good, because you wouldn't be moving to these teams if you didn't have confidence in those guys around you. Like if he thought Gannon sucked, he would stay at Auburn, because that college football bag heavy, hit different. Okay, so that's very comforting to know. What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys that daily sports talk. Okay, so you guys, I need your help. I need you guys to like this video. I need you to subscribe to the channel, because as you guys know, I'm trying to get 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and it's currently, I got about 5 days, and you guys see my subscriber count. I'm a little bit away from that goal, but make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave your comment. Make sure you turn the notification bell on, because guys, this Eagles off season is going to be crazy. As you guys already know, we got pretty much a whole new coaching staff. We're about to have a whole new team, because a lot of these guys are going to be gutted in free agency. So make sure you turn the notification bell so you can stay up to date on what's going on with the birds. Also, make sure you check out the link in my bio where you guys can buy me a coffee to help fuel the channel. So let's get right into it, guys. We already know we have a brand new head coach in Nick Sirianni. Now, he came from the Indianapolis Colts. I did a video on it, so you can click that video on my channel where I'm talking about the new head coach and how he's like really baby Frank Reich. And he brought his coaching staff is pretty much already getting built out to the fullest. So the Eagles are pretty much in rebuild mode right now. We pretty much, our coaching staff pretty much looks brand new. Like the players are gonna pull up to the facility and be like, "Who are you? My new coach. Hi, I'm Jalen Rager. What's your name?" Like, it's some brand new faces. So to stay up to date, we got to talk about this overhaul, this rebrand, this rebuild of the Eagles coaching staff. So we're gonna go through who we kept so far, and mind you, changes can still be made until the season starts, but a lot of changes have been made so far. So we're gonna talk about who we kept, who's left, who's flew the coop, and who we brought in. So let's start with the big name that we kept. So one of the big names that we kept is Jeff Stoutland, our offensive line coach, and kudos to Jeff Stoutland. The Eagles had so many different offensive line combinations going into this season, and Jeff was able to handle it like to the best of his ability. We already know that he has been developed some of the best Pro Bowling talent on our line, and Jason Peters and Jordan Mailata is not a Pro Bowler yet, but he has helped Jordan Mailata grow into one of our young linemen that we're going to hopefully have for the future. He obviously helped Jason Kelsey become a Pro Bowler, and he obviously helped Lane Johnson. So our offensive line has had some incredible veterans, incredible Pro Bowlers, and that's kudos to Jeff Stoutland. So it's good to know that Jeff is going to be retained on the Eagles coaching staff. That's a huge thumbs up. Now, let's talk about some guys that left, starting with Deuce Staley. So Deuce Staley, our running back coach, he's been with the Eagles since 2011, has held different titles. Since 2013, he has held the title of the running game coach, the running backs coach, and then also he recently added the title of assistant head coach on his resume. But Deuce Staley has accepted a job with the Lions, and I'm not mad at Deuce because Deuce hasn't really had that many opportunities to grow within the Philadelphia Eagles organization. But the reason is, I don't know, because the players sang Deuce's praises, and it's just going to be kind of sad to see Deuce go, because he is a guy I think who would have great talent if given the promotion. He could have been a cool guy to see an offensive coordinator, but now he's gone with the Lions, so it's time to move on from Deuce. So some other guys that we lost, Dave Phipps. So he is our special teams coordinator. He's not officially lost right now, but he is in the process of exploring other options. So it's probably looking like Dave Phipps is going to be gone, which is fine with me, because our special teams weren't really creating that much magic this past season. So we definitely need a reboot when it comes to that. Jim Schwartz, obviously our defensive coordinator, we lost him. He retired or got fired, but didn't want to say it. Jim Schwartz gone. I know he had a lot of you guys didn't like Jim Schwartz, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are happy about that. So Ken Flajole, our linebacker coach, is looking to retire at the end. Well, the season's over with. Is looking to retire, so it's almost a 99.9999% chance we won't retain him as the linebacker coach. But it is still a slim chance he might stay. But you can look for Ken to be gone, which I'm fine with because the development of our linebackers has been piss poor. Now, Press Taylor, our passing game coordinator and quarterback, he held some duties with the quarterbacks as well. I don't know if that was his official title. Press Taylor is a guy that we are going to pretty much assume is leaving because another guy has been hired as the passing game coordinator, and we'll get into that in a minute. So I highly doubt Press Taylor is going to be taking on a different role because pretty much all the high offensive roles have been filled already. So I'm looking for Press Taylor probably to be gone. He hasn't officially left yet at this moment, but you can look for Press Taylor to be gone because, as we're going to get into in the second half of the video, his position is filled by somebody else. So unless he's going to take on a lesser role, it's probably bye-bye to Press. So now let's talk about the guys that we added, and we're going to go into a little bit of their profile. So obviously Nick Sirianni is going to be our new head coach. Jonathan Gannon is going to be our defensive coordinator. He was former Shane Steichen is going to be our offensive coordinator. Our defensive line coach is going to be TRACY Rocker. And our passing game coordinator is going to be Kevin Patullo. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of each of these guys' bio and talk about it for a little bit. So, let's start with the defensive coordinator. So, Jonathan Gannon, he spent 3 seasons as the defensive back coach, and he actually worked with Sirianni in Indianapolis for 3 seasons while he was the defensive back coach. So, it's good to see that he is going to have good chemistry with the head coach. That is something that we need this season. Great chemistry. So, it's good to see that Sirianni is bringing some of his guys over from the Colts. And that also shows that Sirianni is probably a stand-up guy, because why would you take on a new job, a new position with this guy if go travel to a new city, a whole new team, if you're not comfortable with the guy and don't believe in him. So that's a big ups to Sirianni that these guys have the confidence in him. So before the Colts, he spent 4 seasons with the Vikings. He coached under Mike Zimmer, who is, people say in the NFL he's one of the greater defensive minds. So it's great that he's got that experience coaching under Zimmer. And also Gannon is credited for Xavier Rhodes' development. So Xavier Rhodes is a 3-time Pro Bowler defensive back. So it'll be interesting to see what Gannon can do with the Eagles. Also, look out for the Eagles to draft a cornerback early in the draft, 1st or 2nd round, because obviously our cornerbacks need a revamping. That's a conversation for another video. But since Gannon has a defensive background as our defensive coordinator, we can definitely look for the Eagles to be drafting cornerback high in this draft for someone to go alongside Darius Slay. So next we will talk about the offensive coordinator, and that's Shane Steichen. So let's talk about his profile. So he was the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2020, and the Chargers in 2020 led the NFL, and they were 6th in the NFL in passing yards per game, with Justin Herbert starting the final 15 games of the season. And to put it in comparison, the Eagles finished with the 28th in passing yards. So we got a guy who's coming off a team that was number 6 in passing yards and is really going to be able to step in and try to elevate our team there. So it'll be interesting to see whether Shane will call plays or not as the offensive coordinator. So Nick Sirianni, he did not call plays when he was in Indianapolis as the offensive coordinator. So he might be taking on that full play calling role while he's with us with the Eagles. So this offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, he also spent 4 years with Nick Sirianni, our new head coach, while Nick was with the Chargers. So that is good too, that he has chemistry with Nick already. 4 years of working with the guy. Great chemistry as well. So like I said, this team seems like they have a lot of confidence in Nick, which is going to be huge. Also, Shane was the offensive coordinator under Anthony Lynn in 2020, and he also has experience calling plays under Anthony Lynn. So it is important that the offensive coordinator has experience calling plays, even though Nick Sirianni didn't call plays when he was the head coach. When he was the offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen does have experience calling plays under Anthony Lynn. Also, while he was with the Chargers, Justin Herbert's rookie year, he had 4,000 yards for 31 touchdowns. So he was accredited for the development of Justin Herbert. So that is huge. Also, guys, if I'm pronouncing anyone's names wrong, let me know in the comments the pronunciation, because I want to be making sure I'm getting their names right throughout the season. So let's talk about the defensive line coach, TRACY Rocker. So TRACY was with Tennessee, the college football team. He was with the Tennessee Volunteers. Then he got an offer for South Carolina State this past offseason. Then he got an offer for Auburn, which he accepted. But then he accepted, well, the Eagles offer him a role, and it's looking like it's going to be confirmed that TRACY Rocker will be our defensive line coach, and we kind of stole him away from Auburn. But TRACY, he has been the D-line coach for several different college football teams. He also coached with the Titans, and he also worked with our new defensive coordinator, Gannon, while he was with the Titans from 2012 to 2013. So our D-line coach, who's going to have exceptional talent, because our D-line already has exceptional talent, already has experience working with our new defensive coordinator. So the chemistry is there. Like I'm saying, it seems like a lot of these guys are linked chemistry wise, so that's good, because you wouldn't be moving to these teams if you didn't have confidence in those guys around you. Like if he thought Gannon sucked, he would stay at Auburn, because that college football bag heavy, hit different. Okay, so that's very comforting to know. Also, let's talk about, a great question to know is so Matt Burke, our current defensive line coach, I guess that Rocker is going to be taking his position. I mean, that's what it seems like. We're not going to have two defensive line coaches, so we can look for Matt Burke to leave Philly, or Matt Burke might move to the linebacker coach, since it looks like we are going to be losing our linebacker coach, because Matt Burke does have a background in linebackers. So that's a big question. Will Matt Burke leave the organization, or will he move to another position on defense if Rocker is finalized as our D-line coach? So lastly, we need to talk about our passing game coordinator, Kevin PATULLO. So Kevin was the passing game coordinator with the Colts in 2020. He had stints with the Chiefs, Jets, and Bills and Titans since 2017. And it'll be interesting, because the Colts are a team that likes to use their running backs in the passing game a lot, i.e. Nyheim Hines. So it'll be kind of cool to see how we get Miles Sanders involved in the passing game with Kevin as our new passing game coordinator. So guys, we got a lot of new stuff going on. Like I said, if I pronounce anybody's name wrong, please correct me and let me in the comments. Correct me, because I'm not trying to be disrespecting anybody all off season long. But if we get any more new coaching hires, any more people leaving, which we definitely will, of course, you know, I'm gonna update you guys. This is just the bulk, because we got a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new head coach, new passing game coordinator, new D-line coach. Whew. It's a new season, guys, and we're going to get ready for it. And also look out for my roster rebuild, Eagles rebuild. We're going to talk about which of our free agents we want to release, which one of our free agents we want to re-sign, and which free agents on the market we should sign and bring to Philly, because we got to rebuild that roster too. It's not just the coaching staff. But like I said, guys, make sure you turn on notification bells, because it's going to be a long off season for the Eagles. The news is coming like every other day. Make sure you like this video, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. Bye.